Hey everybody, I'm here at the Tempaiute water haul. This is one of the water hauls that's farthest from the house. It's a long ways to haul water up here. Just got one cow back here behind me, right there. And what I'm doing right now, I'm heading up here on the hill to where the bulldozer's at, getting to work on that secret project. So, y'all have heard of pipe dreams, right? We've got a pipe dream. We're tired of hauling water to these water hauls, filling these tanks with that truck. We're going to try to drill a well up on the side of that mountain, put water in a pipe, run it down to this tank and on down the country 23 miles to several more water troughs. So that's the secret project, no longer a secret. Now it's just a pipe dream. It's going to take quite a bit to get that done. And the first thing we have to do is get a road built into the well site. You saw Kevin from S&K Workshop came out and worked on it a little bit. Then we had some dozer trouble. Jake, the Tongan, who took the wrong turn, he's been out here working hard on that dozer. He's just about got it put back together. Got a few more things, top it off with some fuel, some hydraulic fluid, a little bit of antifreeze, and I think it's gonna be ready to go. So hopefully today's the day we get back to work on the pipe dream. Okay, got her hooked up here, getting some fuel on there. I know a bunch of you already knew this, and right when I noticed it was happening, I remembered that I've heard this, but the little 12-volt pump on this fuel tank right here, if you hook up those wires wrong on your battery, that thing will pump backwards. It didn't take long to figure it out, but keep that in mind. Hook those positive and negatives up right, or you'll be pumping air backwards down into your fuel tank. Anyway, we're going to get this thing fueled up. I've got some hydraulic fluid and a little bit of antifreeze to get in there, and then we're going to give it a crank, see if it's ready to go. All right, this is done fuel. I'm going to pour up my stuff here and then get on to the next prong here. Those cracks. Making a mess. Hydraulic, that's what's next. Okay, the beast appears to be back to life. Got it topped off with fuel, hydraulic, antifreeze. It's all put back together. Thank you, Jake. Jake came out here. I didn't even have to babysit him. He came out and put that thing all back together for me, and I appreciate it. Sometimes it's nice to have one thing getting done while you're doing another thing. So thanks again, Jake. All right, I'm gonna let that thing warm up a bit, make sure everything's good. And we're gonna get to work on that road. There's a lot of work to do before we can get a well drilling rig all the way up into that pad. And that's what we gotta do before we can do anything as far as... Okay, here we go. cat, but that's what I'm trying to do. I've done a pretty good job of bringing material from both sides of the road out into the road. Got it widened out, straightened out a few of the turns. Now, I'm not excited about this. It's quite a ways to the truck, but I think I'm gonna back drag back down out of here and try to smooth out some of the material that I have in the road. So here we go. World's best backwards driver. I'm gonna turn this camera around so you can see what we're getting done right there. It's looking about half decent, I think. Now, we have the old road grader in the backyard over there at the house. You may have seen it in the background of some movies. We have never used it, never even started it. But I've heard if you give it a pull, you can start that old thing. I'm pretty sure we better get home and get it tuned up and ready to come up here. This dozer has got this widened out and kind of flattened out, but to smooth it up and make a real road out of it, it looks like we're going to need that grader. Some good moisture in that ground. Now that is a good sign. See it? There's a look at the road. Burning daylight. It's about dark. Probably get back down there to the truck, put some fuel in this thing, and then head to the house. All right, I just noticed something back here that would have been a real pain in the butt in just a minute. See that pin jiggling out of that ripper? If I hadn't noticed that and that thing fell out in the road and we buried it, that would have not been good. But I think the way it is right there, I'm gonna be able to kind of jiggle it and adjust that, get it straight with the hole, get it lined up, get out there and pound it straight through. Let's go see what we can do. Looks like it's still a little off there. Down with the ripper should do it. I'll climb in there. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, that's straight there now. Missing a pin to go in there. Need to find something that'll work for now to keep it in there. I'm sure I can find something to jam in that hole. Well, there's not a lot of spare extra junk in this dozer to find something to poke in that hole, but I've got an idea. Hold on a minute. See that? Oh yeah. if it fits. Might need to be fatter on that end. Oh yeah. I think that'll work till we can find something else to put in there. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be dark pretty quick. I'm gonna call it a day on that. I think I made a little bit of progress. There's still plenty of work left to do. And I'm serious, I think we're gonna have to get that road grader up here to make it really nice, but we're getting somewhere. Before I shut her down and head out, we're gonna go ahead and fuel this thing up so next time we get out here, we're ready to get right to work. Got our fuel in there. That thing drank about a half a tank of fuel, and what work I just did wasn't that much, so this is an expensive job. It's gonna be all well worth it when we're not hauling any more water down to all those tanks. That's the pipe dream. Trying to make my pipe dreams come true here. Okay, I'm gonna move this cat up around the corner where you can't see it from this main road. I just don't want nobody messing with it. I've added some bonus footage here. It's just raw film of us working on the bulldozer, some of the things we did to it. Warning, this might be boring to some viewers. Yours bigger on that outside too? Mine are a wee bit bigger. That didn't work out quite as well as I like. Anyway, oh, it's mounted. Here you can finally see what's been making all the noise. The fan's been hitting this honeycomb sandblast shield and tearing it all up. So that's what all that noise has been about. Honestly, I'm super relieved to find out that that's all it is. So we can get that thing out of here, put some things back together, and be back running this dozer. I didn't know this morning was going to be as nice as it was. But I kind of knew better than to be hopeful because Laura had told me, Wind's coming. Yeah, the morning started off really sunny and nice, and then the kind of clouds rolled in and brought this cold wind. It's not that nice anymore. See that grate right here that is in between the radiator and the fan is all tore up. So that's what been making all that vibrating, banging noise underneath there. So we've got to get it out of there. Radiators in several different cells here. We're getting all of those took out right now. You see all the pieces of debris left here from tearing up that honeycomb grate. It's also trying to tear up my finger. So do you think we could have completely not taken the top off there and just gone in from the front and done what we needed to do? I wish we'd have did that. Yep.
Product identification number, because I have access to all the stuff I need.
So then that'll give you the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All your belts looking okay. Doesn't look the greatest, but it's probably just because it's dry out here. Doesn't look bad either.
Okay, we've got everything as tore apart as we can get it. I think we know what pieces we need to round up to be able to put it back together. So hopefully find those pretty quick, and hopefully putting it back together isn't too bad.